What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another MFL video where the season is finally underway. The day one matches have been played, the results are in, and we are going to take a look today at how everything went. I've got 5 teams. I've got expectations on maybe 2 of the teams, one of them being Prestige 26 and the other ones, kind of a little bit of expectations on the Panthers FC and Road to Glory. But we're going to go through the results. But before we get through and to the results, we're going to take a look at the training. This is probably my favorite area of the game. And if you guys are interested in joining the game, feel free to use the link in the pinned comment or in the description, or alternatively, use the link as you see it on the screen now. Upon signing up and spending over $25 on packs, you will receive a free player. You have not missed the start of the season yet. Late registration still exists. Once late registration closes, which is in not for like another 6 days, I think actually. Sorry, 3 days. It closes literally 3 days from the time of making this video. Once late registration closes, I will make another video on showing you how you can still play in Season 4, even if you've missed registration. So fear not, you will still have the opportunity to get involved into MFL. But one of my most favorite areas of this game, not even one of my most favorite areas, my most favorite area of this game is seeing how my players progress throughout their careers, and whether or not we've got maybe like a really low rated stinker that ends up being an absolute banger, or if we've, you know, managed to scout smartly and get lucky with the kind of potential of players. And every day it says 10 a.m., but yesterday the progression, the training XP came through a bit earlier. But every day at 10 a.m. you get training XP. You don't have to do anything for it. It's just auto-assigned. It's like, imagine if they did training, you get that XP, and that training XP is given based on your overall team of the top 16, I believe, anyway. You also get match XP. So the better a player plays in a game, the more match XP they get, the quicker, in theory, that they could go up in ranking. However, that is also predicated on the overall of who you're playing against, and the overall of your own team as well. And again, I think that is based on the top 16 players. I will just brush up my knowledge on that for the coming videos, or if anyone has definitive knowledge for me to pop it in the comment section down below, feel free to do so. But today, well, yesterday actually, I actually got some progression yesterday, but today we did also get a +1. So yesterday I got Ocampo and Barry. Well, Barry gained a +1 immediately, right? The reason why it's really impressive, it might not be as impressive, and I'll explain why in a moment, but the reason why it's really impressive is because it states in the MFL white paper that a tier breaker, which is going from one scarcity to another, to use so rare terms, you know, going from uncommon to rare, or rare to, God, I don't have any of them, so I don't know what they're called, legendaries. Apparently that final rating is a significantly harder to get above to go to the next tier. So a tier breaker is always like exciting. I've had 2 tier breakers. My Barry has gone from a 54 uncommon to a 55 limited, and my Yaman has gone from a 54 uncommon just this morning to a 50. Actually, he's from Match XP yesterday, I beg your pardon, to a 55 limited. The reason why I don't know if this is as impressive is because pre-season 4 limiteds went all the way up to rating 64. So this guy had already had his kind of like career mapped out. We can't see it. It's all hidden, of course, but it existed. It was there. And so I don't know if these 2 guys going from 54 to 55 has any real significance. I think we'll still be looking, at least on season 3 and older players, I think we'll be looking at any kind of like limiteds from commons to limiteds as kind of a non-entity, and only the other scarcity breakers being valuable. But any season 4 and above players, or we've only got season 4 anyway, but any season 4 or beyond players, I think then we can maybe look at that scarcity breaker as being quite valuable. However, we gained a +1 on our right back, Ocampo, for First Owner FC. He only gained 1 defending with that, but 1 defending on a right back that's got 73 pace I like that. We gained +1 on Barry, and he's been one of my favourite players, actually, because... Get rid of these here. Because since I bought him, and I bought him just for $1, he was one of my $1 players. Yeah, new agent NepentheZ. How come it doesn't say the price? That's interesting, isn't it? Anyway, I paid $1 for him. And since I bought him, he went from a 52 when I bought him all the way up now to a 55. So that is actually, when I bought him, he was 51. So he's gained a +4 overall since he's been under my management. And listen, maybe that's me. It's probably me, to be fair. I'm really good at this game. But he gained just the +1 passing here. But if we look at his total growth for that same man, as you can see there, a +5 overall, and 4 of that, as I say, has come under my management. He's gaining mostly passing, which is really good because his passing stinks. So if he can keep doing that, that would be very, very nice. As for other upgrades, we did gain a +1 on Yamane. He is my left back. He gained +1 defending. Again, you can't complain about that. The whole point of these kind of like lower rated piles of crap is that you get some guys that just go, you know, and if he's already picked up a +1, maybe it's another +1 tomorrow. Maybe it's another +1 the next day. Maybe, you know, maybe it's a +10 throughout the course of the season. Who knows, right? But the one that I'm most impressed with is a player that I picked up with desperate hopes that he would be good because I feel like I got him at a bargain price. And it is Biel Aparicio. Before we look at his match success, or lack thereof, potentially, let's just take a look at what he gained. So he gained 1 passing and 1 overall. This is a card that is 4 years old, right? This is his 4th season, and he was born as a 71. I bought him as a 72. He's already upgraded to a 73, and I paid not a lot for him. In my opinion, in the grand scheme of things, $32. The reason why I paid $32 for him is because his pace and his dribbling is exceptional given his rating, and his passing was 79. Now, he's gained 1 passing, so now all of a sudden, for a 73 rated player, he's got low shooting, but I just turned his shooting in the custom tactics to shoot less. He's got great pace, dribbling, and passing, so being more direct, dribbling more, and more risky passes are things that I can do with this player. He hasn't got the best physical, which is, you know, not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. And I just look at this card and I think, if I didn't know his overall, and you showed me these stats and asked me to guess his overall, now I know it's a formula that derives his overall, not guesswork or just randomness. I know there's a formula of the stats based on positions and what they are, they're weighted for it. But if I look at his stats and you said to me, what rating do you think this guy is? You know, 92 pace, 82 dribbling, 80 passing for a left mid. I'll be like, maybe like 76, maybe 77. And that's what I think is good value, because I see him as a really good option, and his lack of progression was going to go one of 2 ways. Either he had lack of progression because he just didn't have a good overall. You know, his overall was 73, 74, and so it just took ages to get there. Or it's because he wasn't playing/training optimally, or just, you know, had a really late prime age. And, you know, he's only 27 years old. And so if his prime age is going to be like 28, 29, 30, we could see some significant growth from him this season. And that would be really helpful for me for the course of the season. So I was really happy to see him get the +1 overall. But more importantly than overalls, what I look for, guys, is I want stats. I want to boost in stats. And so we did gain a +1 pace, +1 passing, and +1 defending on Melo, the right mid. He's only 50 rated. It is his 2nd season. He gained a +1 last season from a 49 up to a 50. But as you can see here, he has gained +3 in stats already. So I don't know what stat it is that is like the one that boosts the overall for him. We got my centre-back in the Road to Glory team, gained 1 pace, arguably much needed, and 1 dribbling, which is not very much needed. We gained, obviously, the 1 passing for Aparicio there. Fabry, the defender, gained +1 defending, right mid and right back, but I don't play him at right back, obviously, because his defending stinks. Xander, my left mid, gained 1 passing and 1 defending. That passing is nice. And then Barry, of course, gained a little bit in there too. For dribbling, it was just what you saw. For passing, it was Barry, Melo, Xander, and whatnot. For shooting, we did get our centre-back/left-back gained 1 shooting, which is kind of irrelevant. And then defending, Fabry, Foster, Melo, Zander, Yaman, and Ocampo all gained 1 defending. And then for physical, just Manson, the striker, gained +1 physical. So all in all, some nice upgrades for me. Not displeased straight away. Now to the matches. So with the 5 clubs, pretty much all 4 of these teams I don't really care about. We're going to start with Road to Glory, because Road to Glory is a team that I genuinely believe has an outsider's chance of getting promoted. And so, when I lost my first game 10-0, I got a little bit deflated. It was a mismatch, of course, of quality. Callum, he is a viewer, so GG's to you, brother, has 67 defending to my 61, 69 midfield to my 58, and 72 offense to my 60. It's a mismatch. What was really disappointing about this game, guys, was the fact that he scored 10 goals off of 2.38 XG. Now, last season for MFL, it wasn't often that you outscored your XG. And for some people, that was actually quite frustrating, because they would have like 3 or 4 XG or 2 or 3 XG, and they would score 1 or 2 goals, and then their opponent would have like 0.9 XG and would score also like 2 or maybe even 3 goals, and they'd be like, how have I lost this game based on the XG? Okay, it's fair to say I deserve to lose this game, and Lagos Legends had way more possession, but to concede 10 goals from 11 shots on target with 2.38 XG was really disappointing. So what I ended up doing was just having a little look at the caliber of the players that were scoring the goals. So his CDM has 43 shooting and bagged 2. His right mid or right cam or whatever has 61 shooting. His center cam has 60 shooting. His left cam has 64 shooting. And then his striker has 74 shooting. And you kind of look at the striker and you think, yeah, fair enough that he scored. But these other guys are bagging every single shot, turning it into a goal. Only 1 shot was saved from 11 on target. And that's mad to me. So we took a beating, a true beating in that first game. And I now, looking at Ice League 68, if we go to the manager projections and go back down to Ice League 68, I'll tell you why I kind of was like slightly hopeful for this team, is because we are ranked 8. Obviously, Lagos Legends are there. They are one of the best teams. They are significantly better than us. But this was one of those ones where I was kind of hopeful that we could pick up good points and be kind of in and around that middle upper table. This isn't the team actually that I thought had the potential to get a promotion. It's going to be one of the other ones. But I'm the 8th. I'm ranked 8th. And so to start off with a 10-0 battering is really disappointing. And so that moves us on to Team 2, guys, which is Team Sweat FC. We lost 3-2 in this one, Ice League 92. And we're going to just check obviously this, I would like to hope that this will get updated eventually. We're the 10th worst team here, so this is the team that I expect nothing of. I expect to get battered senseless constantly, maybe finish 9th or 8th based on other managers not doing good rotation and good tactics. We lost 3-2 only to young Southampton City, who are the 4th highest ranked team and over 100 best 11 points above us. Excuse me. So to only lose 3-2 in this game, okay, I was 3-0 down at one point, but to only lose 3-2 at this game was nice. And you can see here, 2.55 XG, only 3G, right? What happened before, man? That was crazy. But really, really impressed with these guys. You know, good ratings here on these defenders. A 7.3 and a 7 for Ackerman there. A 7 for Grandjean. Only Ferrero did really, really poorly in terms of average rating. You know, we've got a few oranges there. And the reason why the rating, again, guys, is important, because the better you play, the more match XP you get. And, of course, like the fact that they're playing against better players than them is quite nice. But it's quite interesting in terms of the overalls and team strength and whatnot, because young Southampton City here have a 16 average of 60.9. And if we look at them here, 60 defending, 63 midfield, 59 offense, my Road to Glory team is better than that. And these guys are the 4th best team in this division. So it's really, it's an interesting part of the MFL journey, because it also relates some ways to in real life. For example, you know, the worst team or like let's say a mid-table team in the Premier League is probably better than almost every team in the SPFL, for example. Maybe you could exclude Celtic and Rangers, but that's the kind of situation where it's like they have that same sort of I guess understanding here in MFL, where you're like, you could be the best team in a league that would be only a mid-table team in another league, or you could be like a lower mid-table team in one league where you'd be one of the best teams in another league. And so, yeah, it's an interesting one, but we didn't get battered here, which was nice. So Team Sweat FC did, reasonably well. If we look at our schedule coming up, we have got Myth FC next, which are the best team, and they are better than me by over 200 best 11 points. I presume they will rotate against me. As I said, this Team Sweat FC, is absolutely about just farming and hoping for the best and not expecting much more than that. So we've got the best team next, which is not so great. And for Road to Glory, what's my schedule like here? We've got the Galson Wolves next time. What was that? Ice League 68. The Galson Wolves. Where are they? What are they saying? They are, they're a little bit worse than me, the Galson Wolves. So maybe we'll get our first win in the division for Road to Glory here. Next up, guys, we've got NepentheZ FC, who are in Ice League 62. This team here is the worst team, not by far. Well, not in terms of best 11. In terms of best 16 average, it's pretty poor. It's pretty down there. But, this is another one where I literally expect nothing. And our first game was against the Detroit Stars MFC. They are the second highest ranked team in the league. And we only lost 3-0. And I dare say again, what do we got next? Malamatina. I will dare say that a 3-0 loss to the best team or the second best team in the league, not too disappointing. We didn't get any good ratings in here, unfortunately. So a bit poor there. But next we've got the 7th placed ranked team. Could nick a draw there, but obviously we expect to finish bottom of the table with NepentheZ FC. And then we've got First Owner FC, guys. So we're in Ice 52 here. I think this was the team that I thought had an outside chance of promotion. No, it's not. Who did I think had an outside chance of promotion? That's outrageous. I swear one of them, I was like, oh, we could. I must have been looking at something else, getting it wrong. First Owner FC they are the worst team in the league, but they are not awful compared to the other teams down here. We took a 6-0 loss to Josset Academy, who are the second best team in the league. I've been really unfortunate with my first matches. We're playing like the top guys, which is a bit sad. And next up, we've got Elche FC, who are slightly above our station. So it's going to be another L there. Although it says they've only got 11 players. I wonder if they've picked up a few more players. I really presume that they would have picked up a few more players throughout the course of the campaign. Because if they're going into this season with 11 players, they've picked some up. They've actually got a really, really good team. They might be one of the best. He's picked up some big players there. That's quite interesting. So anyway, First Owner FC, we're not expecting miracles there. We took a 6-0 loss, and we didn't get much, again, by way of sort of match rating. I don't think I got any decent scores. No, we just took a beating. This team, with all respect, was the leftovers of the leftovers that didn't make it into the other teams. I fully expect to just get absolutely battered, to the point where I think for a few of these teams, I'll probably only reference their leagues once here and there rather than every day. Unless you guys want to see the stuff every day and have some feedback on it, because it's not going to be pretty viewing. They're there for a farming reason and for no other reason. But the team that we obviously have the most care about is Prestige 26. Now, we are in Stone 32. Or are we in Stone 36? Stone 36. Stone 34, maybe. Stone 34 it is. There we go. And we were the 5th best ranked team. And, on this league, we do have a chance of some kind of promotion. Our first opponent, which was a very comfortable win, was against Belo Horizonte. Now, they are the second worst team in the league, but they're not a bad team, right? They are competitive. Their best 16 is not so great, but their best 11 is quite competitive up there. But we did end up getting ourselves, guys, a 3-1 win. And to take a look at these goals, the first one here, the ball comes in. Let me open this up for you guys. Durica, our right back, picks it up, plays it out to Vuk, the right mid, into Eberl. It's a goal for Eberl on his debut. That is the stuff we love to see. We then got a goal with our right mid, Vuk. He was in this team last season as well in the Ice League. I really like him. He was the top assister for the team as well by the end of the season. An insane ball across from the left mid that gained the experience. And what I liked about this goal, let's take a look at it again. The fact that I've got him on high dribbling, this is why he's held the ball for so long. Look at that. He's got 4 players around him at this point. The number 7 run away, and he picks out an insane pass. And it's like, I want to see more of that from him this season. Getting the ball, drawing in 2, 3, or even 4 players, and then doing something with it afterwards. And then, oh, did Aparicio get a goal and an assist? Damn, he scored as well. I didn't even realise it was him that scored this goal. But we got our 3rd goal for Aparicio. Big long ball from the goalkeeper. Tajima into Aparicio, in off the post. It's a banging finish, to be fair. And it's that directness from him, that custom tactic, that personal individual setup that we've got. Look at where he starts on this left-hand side, and he just drives into that space. It's beautiful to see. All of these yellow cards that you see down here were my team, which is something we've got to have a little look at and address. We'll monitor the yellows. We did concede 1 goal. Nyhoff here plays it to Gerard, Gerard as well. Steve Gerard. Gotto into there. Nyhoff finishes the move off. It's a nice goal. But we were in complete control of this game. Even though my opponent did create 1.58 XG, you can see here from the match stats, Tajima on his debut got an assist and a 7.8. Eberl got a 7.6 with a goal. Book got a goal and an assist at right mid. Aparicio got a goal and an assist at left mid and got an 8.2. And you can see there, I have got him as captain because I think the bonus that he gets from captaincy as well is really, really handy for him. And then the defensive line, 3 yellows, not ideal. And it is a shame we conceded that goal because Karlberg was on like an 8.2 before he conceded it. So it would have been nice to get that huge rating. But a really strong win. Our next game is against Huracan Cordoba, who we have already got match history against, of course. We played them twice in the Ice Division last season. They got promoted up there with us. I've improved my team a lot during this transfer window, and it looks like Huracan Cordoba might have been keeping the same 11 or the same sort of team with not too many transfers. So I'm hoping for a second win here with P26 and really kind of like starting ourselves off at the top of that table. Of course, we're going to be having 22 games in total, and if after like 4 or 5 games we could see ourselves on 10 or 12 points or maybe even 15 points, it would be good. But our fixture strength at the moment, we've got Huracan first, then we've got Guayaquil, who are very competitive with us. Then we've got Saidu, Breeze Atto. So we've got the worst team coming up, and Saidu, who I'd like to hope to get a win against as well. Kamikaze and then Boro. So Kamikaze are down there at 7th and then Boro. So I won't be playing the best top 2 teams until, was it Masila? No, Masila are below. So Qatari and Cremona. So we play them back to back in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in 8 games time. So I would have already played 8 games. I don't know if I like the fact that I play the best teams that deep in, or if I don't like it because last season in the Ice League that I won, I played the best teams first, and it was nice to know that after that, first 4 or 5 games, I played all the best teams in the league, and I beat them all, and it was great. The mid-season came, and I played them again, and I lost 1, I drew 1, and I won a couple. But in my mind, I was like, I've already played the best teams now. Like, it's nice for the rest of the season. I don't know if I want to wait to find out. When do I play them again? Qatari still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I suppose I've still got 6 games left after playing them there, and Cremona there. So I played them all in like pretty quick succession. I actually played, look at that, Qatari and Racing. Cremona and Qatari there. And it's 1, 2, 3 games before I play Cremona again. and then a 1 game break before I play Qatari again. I quite like that, actually. I like the fact that, once again, the sort of back end of my season won't necessarily be easy games, but it won't be against the best teams in the league. So if I am on a kind of promotion push, at least I'll know that I've got the potential to kind of get there. Either way, really happy with picking up my first win. If we don't end up getting promoted this season, I'm totally okay with that. I made a decision, I made a conscious effort this season to loan my best players out. And so if... what have we got for passers? So, wow, that guy got 2. That guy got 5 goals because the bottom team lost 7-0. And goalkeepers, yeah, 8.85 for this guy's goalkeeper. Fair enough. Yeah, the idea was with Prestige 26 to try and get a well-rounded team, which I feel like I've got. If players really excel, maybe look to move them on even mid-season. You know, if these guys here, if these strikers here end up going through scarcity breakers or tier breakers and go to like 75 or 76, and I can loan them out for the second half of the season and get 3 or 4% MFL, I will do that. I like the idea of kind of keeping this team in and around this region, letting the greens continually grow and hopefully get promoted with them. And only when I need to step up to having my own blues back, my own rares back, take them back. Because obviously I like the fact that I can get a significant amount of MFL thanks to the fact that I've got my best players kind of loaned out. And then when we look at the guys that are loaned out, it was quite interesting because I don't think, let's take all of them. I don't think many of them played, especially the rares. Cornelius didn't play. Paulinho didn't play. Gegorgita didn't play. Mantilla did play and did well. And if we look at their contracts here, yeah, look at that. So only Jacquet, Omar, and Mantilla played. And it's such a catch-22 because on the one hand, I want them to play to get that match XP. But on the other hand, if they don't play the 10 matches and I get that extra MFL, I am totally okay with that. I do think for next season, I will probably put the minimum appearances to 15 matches. Because, you know, you could probably squeeze 10 matches in cup games. You know, that's 6 cup games and a few extra games, like of randomness here and there just for rotation. You could probably squeeze out those 10 games without it really hampering your main team. So I'll probably go for 15 games next season. But it's nice that they're there. It's nice that they are getting some game time. So like I say, Mr. Shalaki didn't play. Jacquet and Poma did play. Cornelius, Paulinho, Gegorgita didn't play. So Mantilla, on his first game, on his debut, got 7.5 rating and an assist. So really happy with that, especially the fact that he's one of the better ones and up there in the Bronze League. I think, no, Silver League for him. Yeah, Silver League. And then we got Poma. Oh, can we look at before? Oh, there you go. We can just see it here. So we got Poma got a goal and a booking on his debut for his game. Mantilla got an assist and a 7.5 rating, and Jacquet did get a booking but got a 7 rating whilst out there overall. And then if we, let me just clear these filters and just look at the best player for us throughout this first game week, Aparicio, head and shoulders above anybody else. But not bad ratings there. I want to see more blues. I do want to see more blue average ratings across the board, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of this redness because we have got some stinky teams. But that is where we're at. That is the first game week done. Our first training and second training is done. The development center, I don't think, has got much going on for these guys. I don't know what to expect from the development center, really. They're there for 4 years. This is the guy that, for me, has the most potential. So I'm really eager to look for any kind of boosts on him every season, every day, should I say. But yeah, game week 1 is underway. And if you would have asked me to choose 4 losses and 1 win, who would get the win? Of course, Prestige 26 in the Stone League would get the win. So we've started off fantastically well. We've managed to bag ourselves 3 points in the league that matters the absolute most. We've got some progression, which I absolutely love. And that is going to be it for today. So more games to come tonight. And we'll be back with another report and another roundup tomorrow to to see how match day 2 went. For today, that is going to be the end of the video. Thank you as always, guys, for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And peace.